Welcome to MeatballCraft, episode 30. Today, I want to get Apichisi as well as upgrade our armor and also our weapons. And that's going to take us down a very big rabbit hole. I've encountered a teeny tiny little problem, and that is that these Fengarum gems don't count in the recipes because of probably the NBT data or something, but it doesn't work even if I just put them in, let alone with the crafting. So we need a way to be able to make these. And there is a recipe in the automatic starlight altar, which is great, apart from we need celestial crystals, and not the easy to make ones, the annoying ones, the ones which will need the illuminated enchanter, which we don't have, as well as a celestial lattice, which is made through compressing 1000 celestial jewels. But to make the celestial jewel, we can use the attuned celestial crystal, so that's not as bad. So using the possessed florix that we've been making before, we should be able to make enough attuned celestial crystals to be able to do that. It should be fine, but we do need to make another multi-block. So I was looking up the usages of the illuminated enchanter, which is mostly just enchanted books and attuned celestial crystals and the normal celestial crystal. However, I did find a rather interesting recipe that it makes, which is the infusion catalyst. And shall we see what that does? Well, it makes this multi-block. This absolutely ginormous, insane looking multi-block, which is arguably incredibly cool looking, to be honest. I don't know how you managed to fit all this in your inventory at once to actually make it. I have no idea what it does, but that is one of the ingredients, the heart of the desert and for infusion catalysts, and who knows what this does. This is used to make, apparently, this one ingot, which is obviously quite far off. Oh my goodness, this is a big rabbit hole. Interesting. Yeah, I'd look forward to that at some point in the very distant future. To make the celestial lattice and the celestial jewels to make that, I've just gone into this compactor machine which makes the astral water, and I've taken these celestial crystals because we're making them automatically, and those are combining with mana steel, which I'm getting from this chest fairly slowly, and that is all going into this quantum compressor, which doesn't have any power at the moment, which might be why it wasn't working very well. Whoops, I was having a bit of a problem. It's not like accepting the items, and I don't know if that's because it's not powered. Yeah, the extract's not working. I'm not sure why. It's all on and everything, and this is on brown, so unless you can't insert into the bottom or something, that might be it. Let's try on this side. No, it doesn't work. So, oh no, it does work. It is, you can't just insert on the bottom. Unsure why it connects then, but there we go. So soon we shall have a celestial lattice, and this is reusable, so we'll only have to make it once, and it will always work with this. I think we might need to just import the rock crystal essence into the system now as well, since it's mostly used as essence and not as rock crystals. After finessing the mythic machine casing, because the celestial crystal and other crystal Fengarum gem MBT was messing up the recipes, we can now make the Apichisi Warper, which is, I think, pretty good going. So let's see what Apichisi has to hold for us. We have a few things to look for on Apichisi, one being the resonating stone. There's also a improved Torturino somewhere around. We'll need to get the heart of the Elder One, which I assume is a boss, and we have to get the gem heart. This is apparently we're meant to combine with the right crystals that Christevia will guide us. I assume these are Thorncraft V crystals, because I remember getting the warded jars from there. Mind you, we're going to have to head back and just check it out a bit, I think, because I'm not entirely sure which ones we need and which ones we don't. So I'll have a trip to Christevia, but I think, yeah, at least these ones. I don't know about this one. I don't know why this is on a different level. So we'll see. But got plenty to be looking for. I think I've got everything I need, so let's head to Apichisi. I've definitely got my porter on me, so we won't get stuck. I think we're warping. I spawned in the floor, which is just lovely. So let's try and dig our way out and break some of the sand so that we don't spawn into that when we come back. And oh, this is Apichisi. Honestly, this is not what I was expecting, a desert planet, but let's have a look around. First place we come to warns of a really hard fight already, which is just perfect. So should we play a game of can I cheese this with mob grinder and dirt? We shall see. I would hope so, because I like trapping them, and if not, I've got a mob imprisonment tool maybe, or a secret corner that I can block myself into if necessary. Okay, let's press the button. Okay, they very much come out of... Oh my gosh, it is actually a hard fight. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's try and protect protect ourselves. I didn't realize how much damage it was giving to me, so hopefully we're safe in here while I try and heal back up again. But wow, that was a lot of damage. This seems to be an effective way. They can't hit me because of the slab, and I can hit him fine. I've got my magnet on, so hopefully we'll be safe in here. But yes, the draconic mob grinder still doesn't work for this place. They've obviously learned of our tricks. There was actually a big scary spider in here, which I trapped in the middle and had to release, but it's all going well. Okay, the spider's just about dead. There we go. And we got the Heart of the Elder One. Perfect. One of the things we need. Oh my goodness, it is a lot of EMC, and this is the one where we need to combine it. Oh, I thought this was the one where we need to combine. Oh no, this is something different. This can get us Stormy Bees with an Aquada chunk, which we definitely did get, which, ooh, yes, I assume this will be important for something. And it did something else as well. Elder Spooder String. Oh, that's for entropy? Okay, this is for lots of confusing things. But anyway, that was useful. We did it. Now, we do have a little bit of a problem, however, and that is I can't get out of here because the chorus fruit is banned. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go back out of Apichisi and then come back in, I think, which is a little annoying. Why won't it let me out? I found this structure. It's full of Twilight Stone. Is this got EMC? Yeah, this is EMC, so it's not like it's just providing us with... Aha, here we go, the Resonating Stone. I assume that's what we want. And a chest. Oh, and it's got Vibe Stone here too. That's not as useful. Oh, there's a creeper. Hello. We got the upgrade key for Dig AoE and the improved Torturinos. That's 2 more things ticked off the list. Now we just need to find this gem heart thing, I think, and whatever else this funny little place might have. I found a bee, the Timely Queen. She gives us temporal combs, which I think have been useful for things in making this. And Dustopia. Well, I'm sure that'll become useful in given time. I found a compressed wafer over here. This makes further compressed wafers until we get the Nightmare Gallstone, which is used to get the Vethia wormhole. So that's a bit of a way off, but interesting nonetheless. I found another bedrock box. I don't think there's any signs on it, so you can only assume this is a boss, but not like a big, proper scary one. So let's see, maybe it's a meatball man to grab. Okay. Well, I got one of them. There seems to be lots of invisible evil things, so I'll just kill them and then we'll resummon the Naga, which I happened to capture fast enough. Well, I think Nagas can break blocks, so we might as well just put it down. Oh my goodness. Oh, we got the gem harp. That wasn't who I was expecting. And we got some Ivan Fangs, which say brew a potion of poison resistance or craft a dagger. Oh, they didn't seem that useful. Oh, they used to make something confusing. Okay, well, we got the gem heart. I guess we're going to have to go back to Christevia soon. Oh, very strange. I found a pyrite bee as well, and now I've just found the dreaming queen. I don't know what she does. The pyrite one, oh, she makes soulful combs. That's useful. And mortuary combs. Interesting. Yes, there's a few bees around here, actually. Oh, that's a very fancy looking dimensional door. It almost looks purposely put there. Yeah, there's a few, like, bee related things around as well, so I'm gonna have a quick more search around. I don't know how much else there actually is here, to be honest, because I've found the core look items. There's a few little structures, but they don't seem to actually have anything in them. A little bit of searching later, and I did also find a temporal queen and a salty queen, but I think that's probably it, so I'm gonna head back. I've just been flying around Christevia for a little bit, and I've actually found all 8 of the water jars that we need to show what crystals to surround the gem heart with. It didn't even take very long. I also found this Shire Stone thing, tool, forge, and armor stuff. So obviously we can't actually do anything with it, but it's a bit interesting just to see the Shire Empire getting into Christevia, and also came with these gemstones too, so curious. I have all the corresponding crystals, so let's surround the gem heart with that, and we get the Infuser Fabrial, which I don't know what it does, but we've unlocked a stage, so what do you do then? I assume the stage allows us to see the answer to the puzzle, yes. So if I use Stormlight Fragments, which is from the Core Stone, we can make a Stormlight Sphere, which is used to make second order mythic fractals, conium metal clumps, well, that's a whole other kettle of fish, and shards of protection, which is just used to enchant these boots. Curious. Well, we won't need these anymore, at least. And we solved the puzzle, so that was fun. Now, what shall we be doing next? Well, there are a few bits and bobs around that I'd like to do. One of them is definitely to get the Kikoku. and super enchant it. This seems very important, and from what I've seen, this is very, very powerful when it wants to be. To be able to super enchant it though, we do need to get Prometheum, which is a whole different little rabbit hole, and to actually get this we need to get Essence of Room, which is a puzzle, and we also need Recursive Powder, which comes from Arkenstone, which comes from the Orchid. And to get the Orchid, we need a Acer Tribute, which comes from a Ragnarok Signal, which comes from a Purity Offer, which comes from the Mythic Assembler. And not only that, but we will also need to do this little tree up here. So there's a couple of things to be getting on with, but I think the first one would probably have to be making the Mythic Assembler, which, I mean, we've been meaning to do for quite a long time, but we didn't. So this is the recipe for the Purity Offer. We've got the Eden Refined Gem, Appetite Singularity is easy, Appetite has EMC of course. We've got the Combed, Pure Daisies, Warpstone is the one that we need, and that is from the path up here. So we've got a little bit to be getting on with, but I think first things first, we need to make the ME Mythic Assembler. I think also while I'm waiting for some of the Mythic processor stuff to be done, I'm going to see if I can make the Stellar Armor and super enchant it now. We have the attuned crystals you can easily make, and the phasing gems are fine as well, so we just need to actually make the armor, which I don't actually think will be too big of a problem, so I'm going to see if I can give that a go. We now have all our Stellar Armor, which should provide us with a lot more protection. It also looks pretty cool. So this armor does, well, let's look at the chest plate, 7 armor toughness and 18 armor, and if we look at the last one, we had 6 armor toughness and 9 armor. We can also use the bees to give us some more protection, which is even better. I have put airtight seal on it also, that when we go to other planets we should be fine. I've also made quite a few dark steel upgrades, which we will sort out in a minute. So we have all the empowereds, and I've got the sound locator and the flippers, which I think are probably the only ones that were really that necessary, so I've gone ahead and make them. So I'll just add these to the upgrades, and then I'll try and get the bee to make this sharper, and I'll probably do one on the Blade of the Dreaded Queen as well, just so everything's as buffed as possible. I have let the bees do their work, and we now have +5 extra attack on our sword, as well as 100% more armor on all our armor pieces. So now we have purple armor, which is pretty cool. I've also added some step up and some speed to the armor, so we're a little bit faster than we were, which is pretty nice. I don't know how we'll keep it. It might end up being a bit annoying being this fast, but that should help keep us a bit stronger going forward. So that's defense sorted out. We do now need to focus on some offense, which is still the Kikoku, and we're still waiting on that because it takes a long time, a very long time, and what's taking the longest is pulverizing. Actually, we're nearly done. We had to pulverize like 8,000 copper and 6,000 tin or something, so we've almost got everything we need. We're almost there, and that's only for the Mythic Assembler, not for anything else. Whoops. And here we have our Mythic Assembler. Woohoo, we finally made it. It does look pretty cool. All the power is under here, which is why I have made this 3 wide instead of 3 tall instead of 1 tall, so that we can hide the power in there a bit more easily. So this machine, we only really need it to do one thing right now, and that is to make us this, the Purity Offer, which is fairly simple again, apart from the Warpstone. And to get the Warpstone, we need Pure Warp, and to get that we need Dainthos or Dainthos, and to get that we need other things, which is, I think, this crafting tree. So we're going to go through that. To begin the crazy crafting cycle, we need to begin with making a Crazy Lily. This requires Eldritch Will Crystal Seeds, Tattered Scrolls, Omothal Essence, and some Hollytop Pearls in a Runic Altar. So I think we've got most of that. We definitely have the Eldritch Will Crystal, though if you ask, I have absolutely no idea where I've put it. Is it over here? Is this the Phytogenic Insulator that had it? Oh boy, it is! Woohoo, we did it! I remembered where it was. So yeah, tempted to just run this until we get some more Will Crystal Seeds, but we'll see. We should now have everything we need to be able to make the Crazy Lily, or the, well, that's exactly what it's called. So we just put all these here, and oh, it's already done. Perfect. So now we have the Crazy Lily, which wants us to right click while standing in front of a block of obsidian, same level as the floor, looking east. Okay, I'm not quite sure what same level as the floor means. I'm going to also do it slightly far away. I know one of these causes some weird problems, so let's do it over here. Okay, let's give this a go. Am I here? Right click while standing in front of a block of obsidian, same level as, okay, here. Like this. Oh yes, obviously like this. This gives us lost memories. Okay, let's get a stack. I'm not quite sure how much we need. We might not need any more than this, but let's get a stack. And we now need to mix this with Kalis to get a solidified memory, which may be dangerous. Maybe this is the one I'm thinking of. Okay, I made a mistake. The solidified memories don't stack, so that's not the best. Well, hopefully we only need one. I don't know. Well, let's go take this somewhere else and try them out, and I'll try and just hide the rest for now. Okay, I've just come over here. Let's right click. Oh, okay. Well, we got a human imperfection, which we need potentially a few of. What's actually next in the quest? Evil insight. We need the embraced imperfection for that. Okay, and how much evil insight do we need? If we right click this, maybe just the one? I've now collected everything to make the embraced imperfection. It doesn't take too much essence, so this should only take a couple seconds, hopefully. And there we go, one embraced imperfection, and we even get the jar back. How nice. So this is needed in the iridescent altar to make the evil insight, which might be dangerous as well. So we need to be attuned to whatever wiggly lined constellation that is. Visio, I can't remember. I'm so bad at the astral sorcery constellations. But that one. But that's easy now that we can make the attunement crystals. We need some sealing sigils, which are also pretty easy. So nothing should be too big of a problem for this. Even the coloured lenses are fine, because you can just make them in the automatic starlight altar. So yeah, a bit of crafting. These ingots, I think we actually got some from a quest, not that we actually need them. Oh look, is that just a mythic processor recipe? I'm sure this is a new recipe. I'm sure you couldn't make demon rupees into demon steel ingots. Not that I've actually ever used these despite automating it ages ago. But yeah, that should be fine as well. So I'll get on with that. We should now have everything to be able to make the evil insight. We do, so if I just start this off, hopefully it'll tell us where to put these ingots. Oh, okay, that's blue, red, green, purple, and yellow. Perfect. And now we have our evil insight. Lovely. This one might be dangerous again, so we'll go over to the ocean and right click, and we got a malum, which is the thing that we need to make the Dainthos, which also might be dangerous. But if we right click, we'll get the pure warp. So I think we only need one of them. It is very dark. Can I drink milk to be able to actually see again? Whoops, yes I can. Oh, there's witches. Hello witches. Is that it? Is that the danger? I think so. So we should be fine now. We have this, so we need to make a cloth array, which needs red string from Britannia. That seems easy enough. I don't know why one recipe uses a pumpkin and one doesn't. A bit strange. We also need this oblitus, which I can't imagine that being too difficult. And then these essence of so-and-sos, which are from the alchemy table. Goodness. Oh wait, they're not actually as hard as they look. This will be fine. So yes, we'll just make our way through these. Oh, they're all basically the same apart from the different reagents. So that should be fine, really. We'll just get to making them when we get 4. We only need 1, I think. Perfect. Should be fine. We now should have everything to be able to make the cloth array. So if we do this, we should get all 4 of them. And then if we combine that with the malum, we should get the Dainthos, which should give us the void thing that we want, the pure warp. And we need, how many warp stones? 4 warp stones. We need 32. So I think this is going to spawn horrible things. So we're going to go back to the ocean. Okay, we're in the ocean with our Dainthos. Okay, well, it's not being very nice to me. So let's get a stack in case you need any more. Oh, it's spawning those shoggoths. That's not nice. Where is my warp cleanser? Here. Right, so now we are at least free of all the warp that we just made, and I'll drink some milk. We can see the mess. They should all have just gone in the ocean, so... Oh my god. Right, well, that's a lot of horrible creatures. And we've now been able to make the 4 warp stone that we need. I don't know if we need this for anything else. We need 1 for the shadow fracture, and we need it for this. I think we only need 1 of these. Yeah, let's go for that. To be able to actually make the purity offer, not only do we need items, but we also need liquids, and that is 10,000 short meat and 10,000 molten terra steel, which is a tiny weeny bit annoying, but I'm sure we'll manage. The short meat is fairly easy to make. We just need honey in a fermenter with honeydew and fertilizer, and we should get a fair amount. We should now have everything to be able to make the purity offer. So I have both of all the items, so let's chuck them all in here. And I have both of the drums Also, we haven't powered this. I don't know how much power it takes. Did I? Yes. I moved the flux cores into a different place. I can never find them anymore. So the fluid goes in here. So I'll just attach these and then connect the power up and it should work. Okay, it's working, but it seems to be incredibly slow. Ah, yes, it looks slow. 500 seconds. So yeah, I'll just leave that going for a little bit. Hopefully it'll be done soon. And finally, we have the purity offer, which we need to place by a pure daisy. So let's pop over to the Botania area over here and move some of this living rock I've just been leaving about, and that should convert. We'll tidy it up while we're at it, just because I'll forget otherwise. And hopefully this won't take too long. Also, because I empowered my stellar armor, it's actually way more strong than it was. I can't quite remember what the armor was before, but now it's up to 22 for the chest plate and 15 for the legs, 10 for the helmet and the shoes. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. Okay, we've got our Ragnarok sigil. Ooh, we did it. So this we need to craft with the right combination of crystal clusters, and there's a temple in the abyss will guide us. I could just look at the thing, but I think I'm just going to go to the abyss and have a look around. I don't remember what it is, so I think it'll be easy enough to find if we just have a quick scoot over. I found the house, and this is what we need. It is the copper cluster, the methane cluster. I'll take the power stone for fun, even though we make them with deep mob learning now, with the nitrate and the oxygen cluster. So now if I combine these with this, we should get the Azir tribute, which we can throw into the Elven trade portal to get the orchid. So let's go do that. I had to do a quick relog because hopping dimensions does cause lag spikes. Excuse any residual lag from that, but if we chuck this in here, we should get our orchid. Woohoo, finally. So this is going to get us a very specific ore that you can pretty much only get this way, and that is the Arkenstone. So we want to set up a builder that will place down, well, two builders, one that will place down stone and one that will pick up the Arkenstone. And we don't think we'll really need anything else that the orchid can drop us. However, we will need to get another Kikoku to be able to power that. So I'll go find a location for this. I've set up a little system here with the orchid, and it's pretty simple. So I've got some floating Kikoku, which we got from one of the coal stones from before. It's just being fed cake like usual to make the mana for the orchid. And I have a bit of a block of stone here. I have one builder which replaces any air gaps of stone in this 5x5x3 block. And I have another quarry over here which mines anything that's not stone, which is all the ores. So eventually we'll be getting the Arkenstone, which is the one that we want. And I'm not sure quite what the chances are. I might keep the liquefied corallium as well. I'm just keeping this as it is for now until we actually get the stone that we want. It is a little slow. I've had to put redstone clocks on the quarries because if I just left them on they weren't working, so that's another odd thing, but this seems to be keeping a good supply of mana up. I think this is just going as fast as possible. It also makes a terrible noise. I dislike the noise a lot, but it should be working fine. I'm going to leave this for a while and hopefully we'll get the Arkenstone pretty soon. I think from one we can get quite a fair amount of stuff. We need to put it in an industrial grinder with dragon's blood plastic, and we'll get a hard rock with aerial moonshine, and we'll get a Norse relic with living gold, and we'll get an Acer thing with weakened cryofume. We'll get the Bifrost gem, which we can then put in one more time with luminous lava to get Bifrost dust. Oh, and then there's another one with spicy pyrofume, and we'll get the recursive powder. It took a little while, but we now have our first Arkenstone. I've made 8 industrial grinders for this system. I think we only need 7, but I've just chucked them over here for now. So to begin with, we have Dragon's Blood Plastic in this one, and we'll put in the Arkenstone, and this will get us the really hard rock. Next is Aerial Moonshine, which will turn the really hard rocks into unidentified Norse relics. The unidentified Norse relic mixes with living gold NaK solution, and this will produce us the Aesir gemstone. The Aesir gemstone mixes with weakened cryofume, and this produces us the Bifrost gem, and also Sednanite dust. The Bifrost gem mixes with luminous lava to produce Bifrost dust. And finally, if we put the Bifrost dust in with spicy pyrofume, we'll get the recursive powder and also draconic dust, which is used to duplicate awakened draconium essence, or to use awakened draconium essence to actually make the ingots, and also to make dragon eggs, even though I don't think we'll be ever using it for that. And I mean, we started off with 2 ores and we've got way more than we'll ever need maybe in terms of recursive powder. I mean, maybe we'll need quite a fair amount of it at some point, but it's a good yield. I'm now a little confused. So I know to make the Kikoku, we need to make the essence of the room. To make that, we need to surround a recursive powder with 8 papers spelling the right word. I don't know what that is. We've obviously obtained the recursive powder. I have no idea what the right word's meant to be. I have not got any paper with random letters on, so I don't really know what I should be doing. I'll have a quick look in here if there's any papers. That Ashari, that's got 6 letters. That's for Creeponia. South, Y21 equals good. That's about it that I've still got. So unless it's on a name tag, I've got a few odd name tags, but I'm not sure. I feel reluctant to look at the solution, but I'm not quite sure how we get to the puzzle. I asked on the Discord how to actually solve this puzzle, and apparently it's a house on Renia. So I've been playing about Renia for a bit, and I found this little house which I had never seen before. And inside this diamond chest, we have the word well, CHAMBRE. Oh, that spells chambers. Oh, I was having such a hard time with that. But that must be the clue. Mind you, it's slightly in the wrong order. That's why I was having troubles. I assume it's chambers and not chamres, but I'm not sure. But that should be the answer to the puzzle, I think. So let's surround this recursive powder with this. I'm going to see if it's chambers or if this is the right order. Yeah, I think it's chambers. Okay, it's not that either. Strange. I might look at the solution after I've actually got the letters because I didn't know what order it's meant to be in. I also found another puzzle that said 25 biomes 1 square. Right, according to the solution, it should be chasm or B. Not, chambers. Okay, I don't really know what that's meant to say. I thought it would say chambers, it's the essence of room, but evidently not. Oh yes, it's going clockwise. I was reading like this. Okay, so there we go. The essence of the room. We've done it. Now we can make the Kikoku. Finally. Now we have the opinion cores crafted. We can combine that with the essence of room, and now we have the Kikoku. Oh, we finally did it. And this can be super enchanted to get Vorpal 16, but this requires Promethium, which is a bit of a rabbit hole. However, if I use the MeatballCraft enchanting system, I can get Vorpal 15, which is pretty close to 16, so I might just do that. The Kikoku is now mostly fully enchanted. I can't put Unbreaking and Mending on it, so I've just gone with Mending, and let's give it a go. Oh, beautiful. Perfect. It does 52 attack damage, 42 divine damage, and 41 armor piercing damage. It's got Vorpal 15, Poisonous 15, Looting 4, Lifesteal 15, Sharpness 75, I think. I'll go find a Cyclops to try it on, and also get the Sharpening Bee to sharpen it. I found a Cyclops, so let's give it a go on him. Oh, almost one-shot him. Perfect. This also does poison, so if it doesn't kill them, it does like severe poison damage. I don't know if anything will actually survive to show that. But yeah, this is pretty strong. So hopefully this will make life a lot easier. Oh yeah, look, one-shot him. Oh yeah, everything pretty much is getting one-shot. This is very good. And the life still means that I get healed if they actually have hit me. So this will be perfect for anything that doesn't have immunity to melee weapons. And also, it's just one of the coolest swords in the game. So I'm very pleased. And yeah, I could super enchant it to get Vorpal 16 instead of 15, but I really can't imagine it being that much better when everything's pretty much getting one shot anyway. Oh, and some more Cyclopses to try it out on. And that's the poison in effect. Even if you don't kill them, they get severely poisoned. So that's quite nice. I think that's a good place to end the episode. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.